Hey everyone, what's up? I appreciate all the people coming by to the channel. I definitely uh, want to thank you for taking your time to listen to these videos and whatever else. And that's hater, friend, or foe alike, okay? I do want to say this though. Some of you, we gotta, I watched you guys grow up into being Canelo fans. So I know you come to my channel and you try to act like zealots, but I remember you guys from the olden days. Some of you, you've only been Canelo fans, maybe around 4 years or so. You were never a fan his whole entire career. A bunch of you are just a bunch of bandwagoners. We don't need to front on this channel. You know what I'm saying? You guys were, a lot of you originally GGG fans. A lot of you, and this is the sad part, a lot of you, although, you're Hispanic or whatever else, you guys were still hating on Canelo, who was from Mexico. You know what I'm saying? When Canelo used to fight like Floyd Mayweather, when he tried to do pull counters and things like that, a lot of you guys, you didn't really accept Canelo originally. You literally treated Canelo like a redheaded stepchild for the most part. Again, the majority of people, you fell for the for the GGG narrative. You fell for that pandering. A lot of you, you know what I'm saying? They would film Triple G eating Mexican food in a Mexican food restaurant, and you guys, you were easily succumb to that type of nonsense, and I get it. You come to this channel and you try to front like you've been diehard Canelo fans for the longest time, when I know that's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you will still swear today Canelo lost the first Triple G fight. Deep down, you guys know who you are. A lot of you, again, you didn't really jump on the bandwagon until it was cool to jump on the Canelo bandwagon. And like I said, a lot of you also just do this for clout and to look cool on the internet. When Canelo loses, a lot of you are going to jump right back off the bandwagon, and you're going to act like, well, I always knew Canelo was overrated, and, he used to drain fighters and he did PEDs. You guys are going to try to act like you were never Canelo fans, a bunch of you. I'm going to say about 65 to 70% of you are going to do that. Again, it's just like the Gervonta Tank Davis fans. They were swearing up and down that, Gervonta was that dude. And you see what happens to these people when they finally do get exposed. But it wasn't until, for a lot of you, you didn't jump on the bandwagon until he went to DAZN. And that was, kind of a joke too. He signed what was it? Like a 10-fight deal or whatever it was for $365 million. And then just after 3 or 4 fights, they had to restructure his contract. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff is going to blow up and backfire in Canelo's face. And again, when the game's rigged, when you get to drain opponents and whatever else, and, you're signing non-disclosure agreement clauses and things like that, guys, this is a different fight. Bud wasn't raised in that system, guys. I'm sorry. And it's just like when I address the Spence fans, it's just like, more like Bud haters, you know what I'm saying? When they were cheering for Porter and they were going to, they claimed that, Crawford never fought no one, Porter's actually going to beat him. And then they had to deal with that every step of the way. And now we're here with the Canelo fight. A lot of you, you're not going to show back up to the channel, you know what I'm saying? And again, you're just going to try to act like you never did. You never were a diehard Canelo supporter. You're going to really try to play it off. Some of you got Canelo's AV as your AV, or what, you're going to take that down. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you'll put up a Benavidez AV to try to mask the fact that you were once trying to appear, like a Canelo fan. You guys can't fool me on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Again, Canelo was never who they said he was. And a lot of you, again, you do this just for clout and to look cool on the internet. And we'll see exactly how this plays out again. Crawford, he brought up the fact that, are you going to be a nobody after the fight? And again, we're just going to see how these fans, how a bunch of you today who want to talk crap in the comment section and all that, how you're going to be after the fight, because that's when it's fun for me. It's fun for me right now that I get to, like I say, kind of troll and get you guys the bait, comment in my comment sections and things like that. But I mean, it's even more fun after the fight for a guy like me. And typically the Spence fans and everybody else, they don't show up. I'm just trying to tell you the history of this channel. You know what I'm saying? After the Spence fight, I thought I was going to be done covering Terrence Crawford in boxing for the most part. But again, it's just too fun to take this opportunity to watch a fan base dissolve. You know, a lot of you are like Takeshi 6ix9ine fans. You know what I'm saying? It's just a weird phenomenon how I see you guys jump from pole to pole to pole, you know, and how you'll easily give up on guys even after they lose and things like that. So I hope you guys still remain Canelo fans at the end of the day, and I hope he still has your support, you know, if he does lose, because he's going to need it after the fight. I think this one is definitely going to be a harsher blow than even Bivol, you know what I'm saying? I saw that he did come out with excuses that, you know, he had an injury and he still went on with the fight and all this other nonsense that you guys kind of circle around, you know, on the internet here. But again, what's going to be the excuses this fight? Are you going to say that Canelo was actually older, although he's younger? Crawford's moving up 2 weight classes. What's going to really be the excuses here? How are you going to denigrate this Crawford win? You know, these are things you're going to need to start pondering on and reflecting on now. So, again, I appreciate, again, you people coming by and taking your time to watch these videos. And, you know, I'm not hating on you guys for wanting to support your fighter, even though your majority of you are fair weather. You know what I'm saying? You'll jump off the bandwagon, just like I said. But please stick around, and I will come out with some more content concerning this fight. Bye.